Hi, my name is Meredith Jett and I'm in the class of 2018. I had a serious obsession with The Wizard of Oz, so I wore these little ruby red slippers everywhere that I went, and I watched the movie like every day. I was Dorothy for like several Halloweens. Dorothy lived in Kansas, I lived in Kansas, Dorothy went on an adventure, I wanted to go on. It was a very easy comparison. Yes, so I was born in Colorado, lived there for a few years, and then my family moved to Kansas, and then we moved to North Carolina, and then back to Kansas, and then Indiana, and then Minnesota. Home is like wherever my dog is, and currently Boots is in Minnesota, so that's... My dad has this thing about naming dogs in like single syllable names, which cuts down a lot of options. I think we wanted to name him like Theodore or Theo, but that was still too much. So we went with Boots. He's all black and has 4 little white paws. The one kind of constant was band. I played saxophone all of that time. So 4 years I was in marching band, and the last 2 years I was the drum major. I cannot sing. Choir was not an option. And my dad had played saxophone in high school, so we had a saxophone. It's probably like just as nerdy as it seems, but in a completely wonderful way. You know, I did concert band and marching band, so like sometimes we were in like formal black gowns playing and then sometimes you're like out on the football field. Like, I actually didn't enjoy the process of playing my saxophone and marching at the same time. That just doesn't make a lot of sense for my lungs. I never quite got down like the breathing and marching and playing thing. It was actually better that I was a drum major, because then I just had to conduct people and yell at people and not have to worry about memorizing music. Like, it's impossible to know someone completely. My mom always says you never know what goes on behind closed doors. People tell me that I like have my shit together and it's all like, Meredith is doing fine all the time. And like, I think I actually just process stress differently than a lot of people. I'll have like a pit in my stomach, but no one can see a pit in your stomach, you know? No one knows that I just had like 10 stress dreams last night about not being able to find like the right face lotion in the store. My sister's my best friend. Yeah. Always has been, always will be. My mom always made sure that we were good friends. Like, we didn't have any other options. Not to say that we're like perfect like angels around each other. No, like we fight. We never used to like hit each other, but I remember she used to kind of like play like mind games on me. She would like take my stuffed animals from my room slowly until like I would notice that one was missing, and you would notice that like they were all missing. And I'm really easy to scare, just coming upon me like unannounced, and I like leap into the air. And so she loved doing that. At least like twice a week I wake up and just think like, I wish I was in Mexico. Yeah, it's just like the ideal way to be old, in my opinion, is to be a nun. You live in a beautiful convent with a whole bunch of other like really amazing, intelligent, strong, badass women. And you spend your days like reading the newspaper and like fighting for social justice, and also like watching classic films. This is just how I imagine nuns are. I have limited experience with nuns, just a singular summer. Like, my retirement plan is to convert to Catholicism and be a nun.